All right, let's dive right in. As 2026 kicks off, the crypto market isn't just waking up. No, it's showing signs of a ferocious awakening. We're going to break down this single, massive catalyst that has completely reshaped the landscape in just the last day and what it means for every single one of us watching. Let's go. You know, this quote just nails it. It perfectly captures that raw, almost predatory energy in the air right now. It's that feeling that after a long, quiet spell, the beast is finally waking up, and it is hungry. A major shift feels absolutely imminent.
So, what's causing all this commotion? Well, it all boils down to one single massive power play, a move that completely shook the market.
The news hit like a stealth missile. It came straight from Tether's CEO, Paolo Ardoino, who announced a huge addition to their treasury, all from their profits in the last quarter of 2025. Now, this wasn't just some routine accounting. This was a calculated, strategic move. It was designed to send a really powerful signal to the entire crypto world. And what exactly was the move? The purchase of this very specific, almost symbolic number of Bitcoin. We're talking nearly 9,000 BTC. A figure that precise? Oh yeah, it was absolutely meant to be noticed. And believe me, it got the attention of every major player out there. To put that into perspective for you, at today's prices, we're talking about a purchase worth a staggering $500 million. That's a single transaction with enough weight to shift the entire market sentiment all by itself. And with this move, Tether's total Bitcoin holdings now soared over 96,000. This solidifies their position not just as a stablecoin issuer, but as one of the largest corporate holders of Bitcoin in the world. They are flexing some serious financial muscle here. Okay, so why is this one move so monumentally important? Let's break it down. First, it's a huge signal of confidence from the company that's basically the financial backbone of the crypto market. Second, it just reinforces the dominance of their stablecoin, USDT. Third, and this is absolutely critical, it yanks a massive amount of Bitcoin right off the open market, creating some serious scarcity. All of this together is fueling these whispers of a bull market reload, with Tether essentially helping to build a new, much higher price floor for Bitcoin. All right, so now let's pivot and look at how this bombshell news immediately rippled through the live markets, because it created some very clear winners and some very clear losers. The aftermath shows a huge divide. I mean, on one side, you've got speculative assets like meme coins just pumping like crazy. PEPE is up an insane 36%. But on the other side, privacy-focused coins are bleeding out, probably thanks to all those nagging regulatory concerns. This tells you exactly where the market's risk appetite is flowing right now. And this chart just perfectly illustrates the scale of that meme coin mania. We're not talking small gains here. These are explosive, double-digit pumps. It's a clear sign that a ton of retail interest and high-risk appetite is flooding back into the market. And if we look at the broader market, the picture is looking pretty strong. The total crypto market cap has reclaimed that $3 trillion mark. Bitcoin is pushing up, testing that critical $90,000 level, while Ethereum is holding steady above $3,000. Across the board, the momentum is undeniably bullish. Okay, so that's what just happened. Let's shift to the short-term forecast and see what traders should be watching over the next couple of days. So, for the next 48 hours, look for the momentum to stay with meme coins and those AI crypto hybrids, while privacy coins are probably going to remain pretty risky. The base case is for Bitcoin to kind of consolidate around where it is now. But, and this is a really critical warning, we are in a period of thin holiday liquidity. That means fewer traders are active, so any large buy or sell order can cause these extreme price swings with almost no warning. Be careful out there. Now, let's zoom out from all the short-term noise and look at the bigger picture. How does this huge move from Tether fit into the major trends we're expecting to shape 2026? And you know, this bullishness isn't just coming from the crypto world. Major Wall Street institutions are also getting incredibly optimistic. I mean, you've got respected firms like JP Morgan and Fundstrat projecting these long-term Bitcoin price targets that are just multiples of where we are today. And it's all based on the anticipation of a massive wave of institutional cash. And that institutional wave could get a serious boost from some key macroeconomic events just around the corner. We've got crucial U.S. jobs and inflation data coming in January. If those numbers look good and the Fed signals a favorable interest rate decision, well, that could act like pure rocket fuel for risk assets like crypto. The long-term trend is really being supported by these fundamental drivers. We're talking wider adoption from traditional banks, a continuous rise in assets held by Bitcoin ETFs, and a crucial market-wide shift away from pure hype and towards projects with real, actual utility. So, with this volatile landscape in mind, how are the pros tracking the market's next move? Let's take a look at the key metrics on their watch list.
3 critical metrics really stand out here. First, ETF flows. If we see a reversal from the recent outflows back to inflows, that would be a powerfully bullish signal. Second, whale wallets. You got to monitor the largest accounts for signs of accumulation. And third, funding rates, which can tell you when the market is leaning too far in one direction and might be primed for a painful short squeeze.
So let's quickly break down that last one. Funding rates are basically fees paid between traders in the futures market. When they're positive, it signals a lot of bullishness. But when they go negative, it means sentiment is fearful, and way too many traders are betting on the price to go down. This creates the perfect setup for what we call a short squeeze, a sudden price spike that forces all those short sellers to buy back their positions, which just pushes the price even higher. And all of this brings us to the final provocative question. Tether's move has undeniably raised the stakes, signaling immense confidence. So for every investor, this forces a choice. Do you have the conviction to hodl through the coming volatility? Or do you fold? That is the central question that's going to define this market as we head deeper into 2026.